This morning while paddling the paddle trail, I discovered a fork that came off of it for another paddle trail that you can't really see with the satellite imagery. And I decided on my way back, since I had plenty of time, since I had to turn around early, that I would follow that fork. Well, that fork ended up taking me into a big open area, beautiful area of just open water and bald cypress trees and birds and everything everywhere. Well, after exploring around that, I decided, well, I'll just make a beeline towards the boat ramp and just see what I find along the way. And now I find myself into this other area that's bald cypress. It's really beautiful. It's not open, doesn't have the open clear water. It's got all the duckweed on it. And a lot of wildlife in here too. But yeah, I'm making a beeline back to the boat ramp. My beeline is going like this. Since you can't go in a straight line anywhere in here, you just kind of gotta 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. But it's not bad. It's nice and cool up underneath all this shade. When I was out there in the bald cypress, it was really hot. So it's kind of nice to be up here in this shade, but I'm hitting a really thick area and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get around it, which means I'm going to have to go into reverse. Make a turn to starboard and hopefully I can bypass this really thick stuff and get back on track. Really been impressed with the H12 so far. It handles actually really well. I know a lot of people say it's a boat, it's a tank, it's a battleship, but honestly, it rides just as good as my native Ultimate did. Sure, it's a little harder to turn than a 28-inch wide kayak because it's 32, and it's not as fast, but it is more than adequate. I can keep a good speed in it. I had it in some wind today when I was out there in the big open area, and it was okay. Yeah, I could tell I was going into a headwind, but you always can when you're going into a headwind, no matter what kayak you're paddling. So I didn't think it was that bad. I was only in the wind for a little bit, so I'll reserve my judgment on that for a day when I get down to Anahuac and really spend a day in the wind. And here in a couple of weeks, I'll get to spend some time on a river, and I'll get to see how it is going upstream. But so far, I've really been impressed with the kayak. It's doing a great job. It's nice and stable. Kind of sucks because I'm in this mode of I'm wanting to explore, so I'm worried about speed and getting through stuff and getting as far as I can to see what's out there. And oh wow, it's going to be a tight fit. Damn it. So I'm scaring all the wildlife before I even get close. My next trip out here next weekend, it's all going to be about wildlife photography. I'm just going to paddle slow now that I have some places that I know are really good for wildlife. I'm just going to paddle slow and try and get some photos. As I say, I'm scaring all kinds of stuff up right now. A lot of it's probably because I'm talking, but still. Gotta check the Garmin, make sure I'm still headed the right direction, and no, it seems like I need to turn hard to port. I got turned around there a little bit, getting around that thick stuff. But it really is beautiful up underneath here. And even though the sun's really harsh, if you're out in it, there's actually really beautiful light for photography up under here. It's a nice diffuse, soft light going through all this trees.